Today I want to welcome everybody into John G. Jones Research Lodge number 147. I bring you greetings from the most wishful John G. Jones Grand Lodge, California, ancient, free, and accepted Masons. So today we're going live on two different fronts, and that is on the John G. Jones Grand Lodge page. We're going live today, and also here on the John G. Jones Research Lodge number 147 page today. So I just want to welcome everybody who's going to be coming in. Today we're going to be talking about dual membership. Dual membership. And some of you may or may not be familiar with dual membership, and there is such a thing as dual membership. It is something that is agreed upon between brothers of the craft in different jurisdictions. So this is what we're going to be talking about, and I just want to welcome everybody aboard tonight because it's going to be something a little different. This is based on a conversation that I had yesterday, and I want to share this with you before I get started. So this is something new that I just had done. This is a dashiki, a full dashiki that now I have with the Masonic emblem on it. A lot of brothers like this, you know. So today we're going to be talking in regards to that, but I kind of like this, you know. I do. So if you're a part of the John G. Jones Grand Lodge page, Facebook page, we're on live on that page, and I want to welcome everybody to this segment of the John G. Jones Research Lodge number 147. So tonight we're talking about dual membership. How many of you are familiar with dual membership, where you're actually able to sit in lodge with various individuals from different lodges? You know, dual membership means a lot to various jurisdictions and to brothers of the craft. I will say this: I have dual membership in 3 different Masonic jurisdictions. And some brothers may find that hard to believe. They're like, you have dual membership. Yes, I have dual membership. Now, in one of the dual memberships that I have all rights and privileges as far as voting, as far as officers, the whole kinder. I have that. Now, in the other, I don't. It is just I have the right to come, to sit in lodge, to fellowship, to watch the elections, to do all of that. I just don't have voting privileges in this particular Masonic jurisdictions, but I enjoy my dual membership. It gives me access to various other jurisdictions for which my Grand Lodge may not have amenity with. So I like dual membership. I really do, and I feel that Grand Lodges should really look at having dual membership. I think it's something great to have. So for those who are on tonight, like I said before, we're talking about dual Masonic membership. Dual Masonic membership. And if you are familiar with it or not, some are, some are not. So, it's something you have to think about. You really have to think about that. And I would say, if you have dual membership, it really opens up a lot of different doors to you. I would say that even my person, Brother Stephen M. Jackson, he has dual membership. He's a part of Research Lodge number 147, chartered under John G. Jones Grand Lodge. So what does that mean? What does that mean to have membership in John G. Jones Research Lodge number 147? Well, if you are a Master Mason in good standings, or if you are a Master Mason and you're not active anymore, you can be part of John G. Jones Research Lodge. What you have to do, you have to prove that you are a Mason, period. Well, how do one prove that he's a Mason? Well, first of all, if you are a Mason of any jurisdiction, you're going to more than likely receive what we call a patent of such. Some say birth certificate and a membership card that says you once held or still do hold membership in this particular jurisdiction. And upon those things that we receive from you, stating these facts about you, then we will base our decision upon that information. Some say, well, what about doing a research background check on them? Well, John G. Jones Research Lodge has a Wishful Master, Junior Warden, and Senior Warden, those 3 principal officers. Do we do initiations? Of course we do. We are a chartered lodge. Some say, well, how can you do that? You're a research lodge. Yeah, but it's a chartered research lodge under John G. Jones Grand Lodge of California, Ancient Free and Accepted Masons. Now, some research lodges, all they may do is have membership and all you do is research. It's called a research lodge. But in this case, in this jurisdiction, we do things a little different. So we're talking about dual membership. I would say that Brother Melvin Little, which is part of Isaac Lodge out of Atlanta, Isaac Lodge number 100 out of Atlanta. He's part of the progressive movement there, progressive Grand Lodge, if I'm not mistaken. And I hold membership with his jurisdiction, certificate and everything, And brother, what is his name? Out of Abraham Grand Lodge down in Virginia. He gonna beat me up. I can't even. Oh, he gonna get me. He gonna get me. I can't even think of the brother's name down in Virginia. Abraham Grand Lodge. I'm sending you a shout out. I have dual membership in his jurisdiction also, and it is indeed an honor to have that membership, that dual membership. Also, the Hispanic Grand Lodge here in California, I have membership with them, dual membership, not only in their Blue Lodge, but in their Scottish Rite body. So, dual membership, if your Grand Lodge has that or permits that with other jurisdictions that you may have amity with, please, by all means, enjoy that, do that, go and have that dual membership. It really opens up a different door to you. It just sheds more light on Freemasonry. What does Eddie A have to say? First of all, you would have to be a member of a legitimate jurisdiction, not like Tony here. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you, Eddie, for coming back and getting some information that you may have been missing, and learning some stuff that you may not know. So definitely welcome. I understand that you like to be a troll, and I welcome that. That doesn't bother us here. We could delete you, but you know what? That's okay. This show is a little different from other shows, so you can keep on keeping on. 3 bogus Masonic jurisdictions. See, that's the difference between this jurisdiction, Eddie, and the one that you're a part of. See, you haven't quite learned what it is to be respectful, so we're gonna leave that where it's at. Oh yeah, brother Ben Davis in Virginia. Oh, thank you, I appreciate it. Tell him I said what's up. I just forgot his name for a brief moment. Definitely, my brother. Light Travels, your truck driver, Widow Son. What's going on, man? I appreciate you coming on, and to all the brothers of the craft and the sisters of the order who's tuning in tonight, I want to say thank you very much for coming in. And definitely, we are a little bit different than other shows. So any criticism that you may have, we don't trip on that, because you know what? We already know who we are, and we do have trolls on, such as Eddie, who come on the show and like to throw out a little stuff. And like my pastor used to say, I use my haters for my elevators and just rise above. And the best revenge that you can have or do to anyone is to be first class at everything that you do. The best revenge that you can have on anyone is to be first class at anything that you do. Anything. This is why in April 2020, this jurisdiction is going to upset the world again. Plain and simple. We're going to do that again. We're going to upset a lot of people again. Just as we did last month, we're going to do it again in April 2020. I can't wait. Won't upset the world again. It's just one of those things. I mean, if you're not doing anything positive in your jurisdiction or building your jurisdiction, why are you there? If you're there just to tear it down or to tear somebody else's down, you're in the wrong place. You are. This jurisdiction right here, and I'm speaking specifically in regards to John G. Jones Grand Lodge, California, Hosea Lodge number 7, for which I'm a part of, and the other lodges that work up under this jurisdiction, be it far or near. And we just do what we do. And also tonight, before I go any further, I want to send a big shout out to a brother of mine. Yes, a brother of mine from the UK, brother Dwight Muhammad from the UK. I'll be getting you your information real soon. I just want to say thank you and welcome aboard to the Masters Council 47, for which you are now a member of. I'll be sending your information to you. That's brother Dwight Muhammad out of the UK. I just want to send him a big shout out, brother, and I appreciate you reaching out to me. And we're about to make some things happen there. I mean, we got boots on the ground. In everything you do, you should have boots on the ground. And right now we do in the UK. And we finna make some noise. We are definitely finna do that. And this is the thing. This is what it's really all about. And I appreciate having dual membership in the various jurisdictions because of the doors that they open, because of the fellowship that I have. And I will encourage other jurisdictions to do the same. I mean, Brother Ben out of Virginia, he and I talk often, and he's already said, Brother Hawkins, you got work to do here in Virginia, and I don't mind helping any jurisdiction to move forward in whatever they're trying to accomplish, as long as in a direction that's going to benefit the brotherhood for which they are a part of. And this is where we're at. This is exactly where we're at. So, we're doing some great things here, and I'll be in the ATL pretty soon. And for those of you who already know the date, I look forward to having that fellowship with you soon in the ATL. So this is what it's all about. If you're not building or helping to establish anything in life, then why are you even part of this great organization we call the Freemasons? We know so little about it. We do. We know so little about it. And this is the process for all of us to learn. I was having a discussion with a brother yesterday from Prince Hall. And it was funny because he was a member in my jurisdiction for 20 years. He was here with me. However, he felt that some things didn't quite go his way. So he went and joined a Prince Hall Lodge here in San Diego. I'm cool with it. He and I feel that we are good friends. So here's some things that I would like to personally point out is that when I spoke to him about me having dual membership, he could not believe it. How dare you? That is un-Masonic. There's no such thing as dual membership. Where did you get that from? I said, bruh, we have it in our Constitution. No, you don't. I'm like, bruh, we do. You haven't been here in 5 years. Things have changed since you have left, brother. Where I can go knock on the door of Prince Hall or the Ancient Free and the Mason. I can get in either way. I said, brother, you being a Prince Hall Mason, if you go and fellowship with a Ancient Free and Accepted Mason jurisdiction, for which I know that you know who they are, there's a possibility that you would be suspended or expelled. Let's just be honest. If a Prince Hall came and visit and sit in my title lodge, it's more than likely he will be suspended or whatever, whatever process they may take with him. That's just the fact of the matter. And it's true. So it's not that I would deny you interest, not interest, but I would not deny you the fact that you're coming to my lodge. But on the serious part, you may find yourself out in your own jurisdiction because jurisdictions have rules that governs them. Now, the rules that governs us is a little different than theirs. This is why we can have dual membership in this jurisdiction, which is why we do. There's a process that we go through to have that. Let me see some of your comments. Hey, I appreciate that. Who was that? Widow Son, what's up, brother? Thank you for the shout out. I appreciate that. My father was a Mason from Minnesota. Please contact me, Tony Person from Minnesota. Pearson from Minnesota. Okay. Yeah, so let's see. Greetings from King Ina 011. Most wish from Harem Atari Grand Lodge. Yeah, what's up? What's up, Vincent? How you doing there, brother? Appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Hey, Vincent, I want you to know, man, we got our black and white dinner coming up. It's black tie. That's going to be November the 16th in San Diego, the Doubletree Hotel. I appreciate it if you can come on out and fellowship with us. Since you're right there, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. So we're going to get back into talking about dual membership and what it is to have dual membership, because a lot of brothers don't know about it. A lot of Grand Lodges don't permit dual membership. They don't, for whatever reason. Some may feel that if they did permit dual membership, that it may take something from their lodge, from their Grand Lodge. And I would tell you to have dual membership may benefit your lodge. I know that some jurisdictions have what they have dual membership within their own jurisdiction, but we have dual membership outside of our jurisdiction. And I would tell you is one of the better things that we've ever did and ever done for Masons here under this jurisdiction, because it just opens up different doors for us to go visit other jurisdictions as we travel. Let's say, for instance, we don't necessarily have amenity with this jurisdiction, and a brother just for a brother to come in. That can be allowed here also. See, some jurisdiction, if you're not in amenity with them, they won't let you come in. If you're not in a book, they won't let you into their lodge. But in this jurisdiction and some others that I know, if you're able to prove who you are, you can go in if you can get past the title. There's nothing wrong with that. And Masonry should be that way. Masons should be that way, because when a brother goes and travels and shows his or her credentials when she travels as an Eastern Star, she should be able to visit various jurisdictions, and there's nothing wrong with that. But a lot of us don't have the opportunity, nor have we ever done that. A lot of us has never visited outside of the country, so we don't know what it is and how other jurisdictions and Grand Lodges may open or close their lodge, because they don't do it the way that you may think they do it here in the United States. They just don't. And I had the privy of sitting and watching as I was being introduced in a Masonic lodge, and how they introduced me was different from how I was introduced in another jurisdiction. It was just different, and I enjoyed the festivities and how it was done. It was just different. And I would tell any brother, when you are traveling, go and visit other jurisdictions. You need to do that. Dual membership helps that to happen. Just wondering, this is a comment here, just wondering if you all are striving to become better men. How can any brother be called bogus or clandestine? And you, Brother Davis, helped me tremendously with that late night phone call. I don't know, bruh. That is something that Brother Eddie, and I call him brother, that is something that he has to deal with. See, when you call another person a name to like dishonor them, it is not the person that you're calling the name that has the issue. The issue is with the person who's actually calling the name. That person has the issue. See, the thing is, I don't answer to someone who calls me out of my name, because it's not my name. If you call me sir, I answer. If you call me brother, I would answer. If you call me anything outside of something and I feel that is disrespectful, I can't answer to that. I don't answer to that, as a matter of fact, and you shouldn't either. Nobody should. So when I have someone like Eddie that comes on and he likes to say, well, you're bogus and you're this, hey, it is what it is. We allow you to be in here. And my administrator has asked in regards to clipping you out. And I told him, no, let it be. He'll learn something. And even I can learn something. The problem is most of us, what I found in various jurisdictions, we tend to think that we know it all. As I was talking to this brother last night, he felt that he knew it all because he was in my jurisdiction at one time. He was a lecturer. He was a grand officer. He did the damn thing. The brother is very knowledgeable. I will not deny that. But things change. The way we were when you was here is not the way we are right now. It's not. He was like, well, how many members do you have? And how can you have members like that? What is this research lodge? It belongs to us. Research Lodge number 147 belongs under John G. Jones Grand Lodge. It's a chartered lodge with all rights and privileges. So if you're a member of John G. Jones Research Lodge, it gives you the same benefits as if you wanted to come visit Aries, Hosea, Granville Camp, and other lodges that's under John G. Jones. It gives you that privilege to come visit. And it is what it is. It's truly that. So when people throw things out like that, that's because they don't know. In masonry, you always on this journey of continuously learning. Nobody knows it all. I can sit at the table of some of the youngest inner apprentices and learn a lot from them. I really could, because their hunger for knowledge and understanding of the craft, where I may think I know it all, they can always share and show me something. The same thing could be said by a new master mason or new fellow craft, or anybody who has a hunger for the craft. You can always learn from them, no, regardless of their jurisdiction. You can always learn something from another mason. You are not going to know it all. And I've learned so much from brothers from various jurisdictions, including Prince Hall, Modern Free Internet. I've learned so much from the phone calls I've gotten. You know, Brother Hawkins, I think if you would do things this way and say things this way and you sound this way, you know, because, you know, language is everything. Language is everything. Rhetoric, language is everything. And I say that because I don't have, and I know that's one of my weaknesses, and I'm okay with that. It's something I have to practice on continuously. I don't have a strong command of the English language, as in pronouncing certain words, as some may do or have. I'm okay with that. The ideal is am I okay to stop learning, or am I okay to say I'm going to press forward? See, for me, I'm going to press forward. I can, as long as I continue to move forward, that's the progress. See, a lot of times, a lot of us fall back and not fall forward. If I'm going to fail, I'm going to fail forward. I'm going to fall forward. I'm not going to fall back. The ideal is, even if I fall, I must get up. So even those things that may hinder me along the way, I must continuously work on those things. Regardless, the work is never done. Learning is never done. This is why it's important, again, to have dual membership. I would say, in my own personal opinion, from the benefits I've found of having them, it works. It works on this side of the world, for this jurisdiction. It really does. So let's see what else we got here. Why is it that not all brothers that are Mason brothers? I don't quite get, Ronnie. I'm trying to understand your question. So you might want to call in or text me at 619-985-1184 so I can have a better understanding of what you're trying to say. And if you want to call in to tonight's show, anybody is welcome to do so. That number is 619-985-1184. If you want to call right now, or if you want to text later, you can do that. I'm not saying that after the show I will be answering phone calls unless I know you personally or we have that connection. But you definitely can text me right now if you choose to, and we can have a conversation about some things that you may want to talk about and you don't want to necessarily post. You know, so let's see what we got right here. We're going to go on and see. Right opens up dual fundraising, and as such, it does. When you have dual membership in various jurisdictions, it opens up multiple doors. The brother just posted opens up dual fundraisers. It does. My uncle, okay. Your uncle was a Mason, Brother Bruce Robertson. Okay. This may be a dumb question, but AF&AM accepted by UGLA. I don't know what UGLA is. I think he was trying to say UGLE, and let's have an understanding. There are white Grand Lodges that has the same AF and AM, but if you are speaking of Black Ancient Free and Accepted Masons, I can only speak in regards to my jurisdiction. We do not have recognition with the UGLE, nor have we asked for recognition by or from the UGLE. We have not. So I would say in that aspect, we do not have amenity or recognition with the UGLE. But we do have brothers over there. I can say that. That we do have Masonic brothers over in the UK. I can say that. All right, what we got here? Widow's Son, United Grand Line. Okay, all right. So if you will, as the administrators say it tonight, just hit the like button. You know, we certainly would appreciate it. I see that the algorithms that sends this video out because of what YouTube does, I was kind of moving out a little bit and then it just stopped for some odd reason. So please share the video, like the video, so we can up the viewership on here. I certainly would appreciate it. I do. So let's see. Bradford, let's see what you got. I visited a mainstream lodge. Their 20th degree spoke of bitter. Oh, really? On our 20th, spoke of Prince Hall. Would you comment on that? I can't comment on something that I'm not really familiar with as far as when you say the 20th degree, your 20th degree spoke of Prince Hall, and you said their 20th degree spoke of Benedict Arnold, if I'm not mistaken. I've never visited a mainstream Grand Lodge where it was dealt with the 20th degree, nor have I visited a Prince Hall Grand Lodge, jurisdiction, Scottish Rite, that dealt in the 20th degree, so I can't speak on that. Now, if you ask me as far as my jurisdiction is concerned, that is something different. I can speak on that. All right, dual membership. Membership accepted by all mainstream Masonic lodges of the United States of America. Look up podcast called What is a Mason in the Masonic Roundtable. Okay, so the Widow's Son says that dual membership is accepted within mainstream Grand Lodges, all of their jurisdiction. That's pretty interesting because I do know that California Grand Lodge right now does not recognize the Grand Lodge of Mississippi or Georgia at this time. So I don't know if they still will have that dual membership because of recognition. But the process is they may not publicly recognize them and have visitation with them, but according to the their body of Grand Lodges, I think they call it the Council of Grand Masters of North America, they have membership. They still function as brothers there. So what else we got here? Thank you for putting up the call-in number tonight at 619-985-1184. We're going to go on and see most Masonic podcast donation button. Where's your contribution to the podcast? I wonder, brothers, Tony, why don't you have that option? I plan to put in that option, but what I would like to do with that option, my brother, before I get back on topic of dual membership, that if I put up that option for donations, is that the donation will go to benefit a charity and not just to Research Lodge number 147. I would have to actually talk to the brothers of that lodge and see what their thoughts are, but that is just my opinion. If we put up a place on here to where you're able to donate money, I personally would prefer if the money went to something that would benefit someone that is in need. That's my opinion. But I appreciate that, Widow's Son. I do. Greetings, Brother Charles. Welcome aboard, everybody. I found dual membership is very... Let me see. I just saw. Oh, right here, Alex. Alex says, I found dual membership is very popular in the Midwest. I'm not... Well, yeah. The Midwest? Look. Masonry on the East Coast versus the West Coast, two different animals. Simple as that. Once again, Masonry on the East Coast and West Coast are just two different animals. They are. They're really different. Masonry on the West Coast is pretty laid back. It is. Masonry on the East Coast, you know you're about to have a conversation. More than likely. I say at least 60% of the times when Masons from various jurisdictions meet each other, it's going to be a conversation. Whether you agree or recognize them or not, it's going to be a conversation. It's just different. What's up? The reason we don't have multiple membership is because everyone wants to do their own thing their own way. Okay, okay. But see, having multiple membership and having dual membership is a little different. Dual membership clearly says you can visit, you can fellowship, and some jurisdiction will give you the option of even serving as an officer in their jurisdiction. Yes, that's a fact. And some will say, no, you can have visitation, you can fellowship, you can watch the voting and all of that, but you can't run for office. So it just depends on that jurisdiction, what they allow as far as having dual membership. Oh, he did. I see that I see someone deleted a message. The widow's son, your message got deleted by the administrator. He definitely wants to stay on topic tonight. He definitely wants that to happen. Do you know about Peter Lesser or Isaac Rope? Have you heard of the? No. If you would help me out a little bit, give me a little background. Maybe I have, maybe I'm not. I can't say right offhand that I have not. Look, there is so much information that is floating around, that is out here about Freemasonry, that it's very hard for one person or even a group of people to actually have it all contained. What I plan to do and what we plan to do here at Research Lodge number 147 is to give you information that has been brought to us and have an open conversation and topic discussion about those information, about that which has been presented to us. And tonight, that is dual membership. How many of you have dual membership? Do your Grand Lodge have dual membership? Do they present it? How many of you have dual membership? Those of you who are watching tonight, how many of you have dual membership? Because I find that it's something that, that can really benefit you if you like to travel a lot. Hey, brother, what's going on? Greetings. Dual membership also include having a paid dual, okay? Dues. Also is dues membership across jurisdiction, mainstream, and AF and AM. Well, I would tell you this, in this jurisdiction, yes, you do have, if you remember Research Lodge number 147, you do have to have, you do pay dues. You do. It's just, you do have to pay dues. There's nothing wrong with that. Is it possible to have dual membership between mainstream lodge and the one that isn't regular? No. It is not possible because from what I've understood and what I've read and what I've talked with various brothers from mainstream Grand Lodge, you must have recognition with them. And there has to be another mainstream Grand Lodge, because the Prince Hall Grand Lodge here in California and the mainstream Grand Lodge here in California does not have dual membership. Does not have dual membership. And from what I understand and what was told to me is that that is not in the agreement of amenity that they agreed to. If you want to go mainstream and you are a Prince Hall brother or any other brother coming from any jurisdiction, you are going to start over from ground zero. There will be no accepting of anything from your jurisdiction. Hear me clearly. If you are a Mason and you go join a mainstream jurisdiction, you are going to start from ground zero. Now, the mere fact that you may have previous degrees and previous understanding, whatever it will benefit you. But other than that, you're going to start from ground zero. Now, in this jurisdiction, I'm speaking of John G. Jones Grand Lodge of California. In this jurisdiction, if you can prove that you were a Mason in a different jurisdiction, you were not expelled from that jurisdiction, we will bring you in upon those obligations that you took in that jurisdiction. Let me tell you why. If you have been initiated, passed, and raised, what are we going to teach you? What else can we do? You've already experienced that. So for you to go back through that again makes no sense to any Mason. So we don't do that. The process is that you must prove that you have already been a Mason in that jurisdiction, that you have demitted from that jurisdiction. And based upon your demit, and we do our background check with that jurisdiction, I don't care who it is. If they say you left in good standards, you was a good brother, blah, 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 cool. Maybe you left and you was pissed off at them and they may have some axe to grind with you. We would even consider that too. But that's here. And every jurisdiction have their own way of accepting brothers who have already been Masons in different jurisdictions to come aboard. Sisters also. And a lot of times we forget that sisters do the same thing. They go from jurisdiction to jurisdiction also. So it is not to leave the sister out. It's actually to include them in tonight's topic. So what if a brother has been raised to the sublime degree? They can't talk on the level because he's from a different jurisdiction. Look, if a brother has been raised to the sublime degree of a Master Mason, and he can't talk to another brother because they're in a different jurisdiction, in my opinion only, not based upon any particular rules or procedures, but based on the fact, out of respect of knowing that that brother is a Mason. And I would like for anyone to go back and reread their obligation. Now, I will tell you this, some obligations are a little different. Some obligations are a little different. And I say that because some obligations state specifically that you would not communicate with other brothers outside of your own jurisdiction. Hear me clearly. Some obligations state that you will not communicate Masonically with anyone outside of your jurisdiction. And some obligation clearly says, as most of us have already read, that you would not be at the making of a clandestine, that you would not socialize with a clandestine Mason. So you have to go back and define that word, clandestine Mason. What is that? Not based upon something that someone told you, but the actual definition. And this is what every Mason in Eastern Star should do. When someone is talking to you in regards to your membership, in your jurisdiction, when someone is questioning you, you should question them. You should question them. Dual membership, as we're talking about tonight, really solidifies who you are and your rights to visit various jurisdictions. And, based upon the fact that I have done that and I do have dual membership. And it varies from state to state, jurisdiction to jurisdiction. Some don't even get demitted. Some don't. I would tell you this. In some jurisdiction, and I know this is my administrator's probably kicking me right now. Ooh, stop. You stay on topic. In some jurisdictions, if your Grand Lodge is not recognized by them, they don't necessarily have to accept your demit at all. Hear me clearly. If your Grand Lodge is not recognized by another Masonic body, they don't have to accept your demit. It means nothing to them. As a matter of fact, you're going to start off from ground zero if they choose to. And then again, they may say, okay, based upon the fact that you've already been through these rites and ceremonies, we'll just do this, re-obligate you. Some say re-heal. In this jurisdiction, we say re-obligate. And the reason we say re-obligate, because we're obligating you in this jurisdiction. So you are re-obligating yourself, your duties as a Mason, into this jurisdiction. Your oath is what it is, your oath, So this is how we do it here. And it varies from jurisdiction to jurisdiction. I feel a brother is a brother no matter of jurisdiction. If a brother can prove himself worthy, if he isn't BS, he have a start over. A brother is a brother in some jurisdictions. In some jurisdiction, a brother is not necessarily a brother. He's not. So that's something you may have to take a look at. I'm liking this shirt, man. You know what? I like this shirt. I like the full length of it. You know, this is dashiki right here. This, hey, I want to send a big shout out. You know, I I appreciate what brothers have done and have shown me along the way, and I like this dashiki. I likes this thing. You know. Visitation at dual memberships are almost the same. Only difference with dual membership, you could sit in officer's seat. Absolutely, widow son. You're also absolutely right. You can sit in officer's seat. And that's based upon the membership and what's going on. Absolutely, you can. And that's the beauty about having dual membership. Very true. I had one of my members to join a mainstream Grand Lodge up north, and he had to start over, and he was very smart brother. However, his friend didn't have to start over in Texas in Mississippi. I taught them both. It varies state to state. Absolutely. Let's see. In Prince Hall call healing. Yes, they do. All right, so what else we got here tonight? If you can prove that you are a master mason, most mainstream mason lodges will accept your third degree. Will they? Widow son, I don't know that they would do that. I had a brother from another jurisdiction that went mainstream. He was an older brother, and he started over from ground zero. And this brother knew masonry. He had his PhD, his doctorate. He was a very educated man, and went over there. And he started from ground zero. But after he went through the ranks, he became a lecturer for the various degrees and all sorts of things. So, you know, it varies from jurisdiction to jurisdiction. It really does. It really does. They will not make you go through the ritual for the EA Fellowcraft Master Mason. Didn't know that. Didn't know that. I'm going on based upon what I've seen and what I know. So in some jurisdiction, they won't make you go through that. This is what I'm reading from the widow's son. That's interesting. That's very interesting. So once again, before I do anything else, I just want to welcome everyone who's tuning in right now. I hope that you're getting something out of this conversation tonight in regards to dual membership, because a lot of us don't know or have heard of dual membership, and some of us have. And that was a discussion that I had yesterday with a brother who was once part of my jurisdiction, and now he's with a Prince Hall Masonic Lodge. And we talked about dual membership, and he had no clue of such a thing. And so tonight it prompted me to speak on dual membership, for which I have dual membership in 3 different jurisdictions, and I enjoyed the fellowship I have. And the mere fact that it was offered is another thing, and that's a beautiful thing that it was offered. So, you know, to have that, it's beautiful. It really gives you that other option to, when you go to someone else's lodge, you learn something. And masonry is a progressive science. It's progressive. It doesn't stay the same. So the things that they was doing back in the 20s and the 30s, we do them, but there's a little different. Maybe the cut is a little different. Maybe there's a little bit more flair to it. Things change. Masonry is going to change, people. Just like now we have dual membership, maybe 30 or 40 years ago, it wasn't so popular to have a dual membership. I don't know. But right now, in these Americans, be it South and North America, dual membership. And by the way, I want to send a big shout out right now to GLUA, Grand Lodges of North and South America. They're having their conference down in Cancun, and I was going to Cancun, but that got cut short due to the passing of my mom. But I want to send them a big shout out. And what I've learned is that while they are there in Cancun, the national affiliation for the Grand Lodge of GLUA has grown And now it includes Italy and France to be part of that body of recognized Grand Lodges within that conference. And once again, John G. Jones, we have membership with the Confederation of Grand Lodges under GLUA, Grand Lodges of North America and South America. And that, man, that just opens up the door. There are over Right now, there are over 20 countries that are a part of GLUA. And you know what that does for John G. Jones Grand Lodge of California? We already had amenity with 14 of them, but now 4 more has been added on. That really just opens the door for us a lot more. So I'm very happy of the success that they're having there in Cancun right now. God knows I wish I could have gone, but hey, it didn't happen. But who knows? Who knows? I may get that opportunity. So as I begin to close out tonight, and I'm getting ready to head to the movies in just a minute here, I just want to say thank you for calling. Thank you for coming in. And you're ready. Okay. So I got date night tonight. So I'm out of here. Peace, be well, soul, peace, grease, everything else. I'm out. Whatever you do, always keep your light on and stay out the bushes. I'm out.